Welcome to the Network and Cybersecurity lecture series. Myself, Darshan BD, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, SJB Institute of Technology, Bangalore. The Network and Cybersecurity subject code is 17EC 835. This subject is professional elective for 8th semester students. In this subject, we are going to study the network security concepts and also a cyber security concept. It consists of 5 modules. First 3 modules covers the network security concept and another 2 modules covers the cyber security concept. See what is out there. Because of introducers, they can unauthorized modification data can happen or they can disturb the system. Some of the examples of intrusion are performing a remote root compromise of an email server, defacing a web server, guessing and cracking passwords, copying a database containing credit card numbers, weaving sensitive data including payroll records and medical information without authorization, running a packet sniffer on a workstation to capture usernames and passwords, using a permission error on an anonymous FTP server to distribute pirated software and music files, dialing into an unsecured modem and gaining internal network access, posing as an executive, calling the help desk, resetting the executive email's password and learning the new password, using an unattended logged in workstation without permission. Intruder behavior patterns. The techniques and behavior patterns of intruders are constantly shifting to exploit newly discovered weakness and to avoid detection and countermeasures. There are 3 broad examples of intruder behavior patterns. Hackers. Those who hack into computers do so for the thrill of it or for status. The hacking community is a strong meritocracy in which status is determined by level of competence. The introducer took advantage of the fact that corporate network was running unprotected services. The attacker had an easy time gaining access to any PC anywhere. The administrator used the same 3-letter username and password for this program. There was no intrusion detection system on the 700 node corporate network. The introducer was only discovered when a vice president walked into her office and saw the cursor moving files around on our Windows workstations. Some examples of intruder patterns of behavior as one is called as a hacker. In this, select the target using IP lookup tools such as NSLOOKUP, TIG and others. Map the network for accessible services using the tools such as Nmap. Identify potentially vulnerable services. Brute force PC Anywhere password. Install remote administration tool called DEMORA. Wait For administrator to log on and capture his password, use that password to access remainder of the network. Criminal interface. In this, they'll be act quickly and precisely to make their activities harder to detect. Exploit perimeter through vulnerable ports. Use Trojan access to leave backdoors for recently. Use snippets to capture the passwords. Do not stick around until noticed. Make few or no mistakes. Internal threat. Create the network accounts for themselves and their friends. Access the accounts and applications they would not normally use for their daily jobs. Email former and prospective employers. Conduct virtual instant messaging charge. Visit the websites that cater to disgruntled employees such as ftcompany.com. Perform large downloads and file copying. Access the network during off hours. Criminals. Organized groups of hackers have become a widespread and common threat to internet-based systems. These groups can be in the employ of corporation or government, but often are loosely affiliated gangs of hackers. Insider attacks. Insider attacks are among the most difficult to detect and also prevent. Employees already have access and knowledge about the structure and content of corporate databases. Insider attacks can be motivated by revenge or simply a feeling of entitlement. For example, an employee fired from his position as data communication manager for American Eagle Outfitters. Patterson disabled the company's ability to process the credit card purchases during the 5 days of the holiday season of 2002. As for a sense of entertainment, there have always been many employees who felt entitled to take extra office supplies for home use. But this now extends to corporate data. Although IDs and IPs facilities can be useful in countering insider attacks, other more direct approaches are of higher priority. Examples include the following: enforce least privilege, only allowing access to the resources employees need to do their job. Set logs to see what user access and what commands they are entering. Protect sensitive resources with strong authentication. Upon termination, delete employee's computer and network access. Upon terminations, make a mirror image of employee's hard drive before reusing it. That evidence might be needed if your company informs terms of a competitor. Insider behavior example. They'll create a network accounts for themselves and their friends. They'll be access the accounts and applications they would not normally use for their daily jobs. They'll be email former and prospective employers. Conduct virtual instant messaging charge. And they'll visit the websites that cater to disgruntled employees such as